Hey lovers, it's PDH with Love on Tour, and our love is on tour, the brand new Norwegian Prima. These are my first impressions. Let's do it. So the first thing to say about the Norwegian Prima is the ship is absolutely beautiful, even spectacularly so. It is bright and clean and contemporary. The decor feels calming and sophisticated. As you walk through some of the common spaces, like right in front of Cagney's, the gold accents there just look really, really nice. So I definitely felt the newness of the ship. Originally, I was booked to cruise this ship in March of 2023 on a 5-night to Bermuda. This is a 7-night to Bermuda out of New York. And as fate would have it, I was upgraded to a Haven and enjoying that experience. And I'll have a separate video for my clients on that. But Norwegian Prima outclasses every single one of Norwegian's other ships by a long country mile. It is really, really that different. In terms of not just the decor, but there are some very strategic differences on the design as well. Now, I'll go into whether or not you might or may not like those design changes here in a moment. Now, here's some things that you'll notice right off the top. The atrium is totally different, whereas before the local was, you can look down from the local into the atrium, and then they had that large space where customer service was, and there's a bar there, the internet cafe. This time, it feels almost similar to the Carnival Mardi Gras design in terms of that layered approach, but the stage itself is much smaller. It doesn't have a bar there, and it does allow you to hear the music and the entertainment on the upper levels on decks 7 and 8. The one theme here that is consistent throughout the ship is that everything is smaller. And I do mean everything. The gym is smaller. The atrium is smaller. The buffet is smaller. So I don't know if it was them trying to put more rooms into the ship, or if they have very specific places that they put the space. Even the observation deck is smaller. I can tell you that everything on this ship felt so much smaller than, say, the Encore, or not the Joy, I forget the other one. I've been on the Encore, the Joy, and there was one more that I've been on, the other sister ship. The Bliss. So everything here on this ship is much smaller than those ships. And again, this is a different class ship. This is a different style of ship, but it just felt very glaring that all these things were smaller. Something else that you'll notice right away is the Indulge Food Hall. That is a new thing here where you can literally order food from a tablet and go by and pick it up. There is limited seating in the area, but you can go by and pick it up anywhere from Q Smokehouse, which was its own restaurant on some of the other ships, to a Indian restaurant. Coco's Bakery is there. You can order from there. There's a rotisserie place that's there, and a few other spots. I have not yet experienced the food hall yet, but I will, and I will definitely report back in terms of what that experience is like. The local is huge. It is much bigger than the other ships. That's the one thing that does feel bigger. And it could be just perspective or perception, because it is in 2 different locations. You can kind of go out and around, and then there is more seating and a huge big screen television or projection television in the middle of there that I guess kind of takes the place of that massive projection screen that is on the other ships I mentioned. The entertainment does feel a little sparse. Again, it's a new ship. They're still working out the kinks, but this is what this is about. It's a first impression, and just to kind of tell you what to expect. I did notice that a lot of the areas of the ship are just kind of getting up to speed. There were Almost every soap dispenser I try had no soap in it. The automatic toilets don't work. They're not automatic. You know, things like that that feels like they're just kind of working the kinks out of the ship. Some of the other things is, you know, I just absolutely hate Norwegian's embarkation process. It is slow, it is cumbersome, it makes absolutely no sense to me to have people come at their assigned time and then make them wait 3 to 4 hours. The Prima itself was, in my opinion, everything they promised. It was a new design, it was beautifully designed. You can tell they spared no expense. And in terms of the feel of the ship, it does feel more luxurious than their other ships. The other thing is I definitely am going to spend some time, and it's gonna take some time, trying to learn this ship. My goodness, I was as lost as I have ever been on a ship. It always takes a day or so to kind of find your way around, but on this ship in particular, it just feels like there are just so many different nooks and crannies to figure out. If you have an opportunity to cruise out of New York, please do. I can tell you after cruising out of Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and Los Angeles, among a few other small places, I can tell you it was an experience unto itself. Just cruising by the Statue of Liberty and the bridge and out of the Hudson River. I mean, it was just, and that skyline of New York. I know that New York has this mystique and it's been glorified for so long, but I can tell you, it definitely felt different than cruising out of some of these more common ports. So that alone has been an interesting experience. That's it for this quick review and first impressions of the Norwegian Prima. I'll have a full review coming, as well as my review of the Haven and the Haven suite that I'm in, as well as some food and entertainment nuggets for you as well. Remember, it is love above all, love will travel, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.